Salvation is not just about getting out of hell, it's about getting back home. From the very beginning, God created us not merely to obey Him, but to walk with Him, to know Him, to live in unbroken fellowship. In the Garden of Eden, Adam and Eve enjoyed what we were all made for: presence, God's presence. They were naked and unashamed, physically, emotionally, spiritually exposed, and totally at peace. No fear, no hiding, no guilt. But when sin entered the story, that relationship broke. They ran from God and hid among the trees, and we've been hiding ever since. That's what the Bible means when it says, "All have sinned and fall short of the glory of God." Romans 3:23. It's not just that we've done bad things, it's that we've been cut off from the source of life. We were made for glory, and now we live in shame. We were made for communion, and now we feel distance. We were made for God, and now we try to fill that ache with everything else. So salvation, real salvation, is not just about a change in destination, it's about a change in relationship. The gospel is not a message of self-improvement. It is the announcement that God has made a way to bring His children home. Through Jesus Christ, the sinless Son of God, God came to restore what we broke. Jesus lived the life we couldn't live. He died the death we deserved. And when He rose from the grave, He opened the door back to the Father, not just so we could be forgiven, but so we could be adopted. Paul says in Galatians 4, "When the fullness of time was come, God sent forth His Son to redeem them that were under the law, that we might receive the adoption of sons." Think about that. Adoption, salvation is not a legal transaction, it's a family reunion. You're not just pardoned in Christ, you're brought into the household, you sit at the table, you carry the family name. Romans 8 tells us that when we're saved, the Spirit of God moves into us and we cry out, not Master, but Abba, Father. That's intimacy, that's belonging. And you may wonder, but how can someone like me belong? I've run too far, I've failed too much. I've made promises to God and broken every one. But remember the story Jesus told, the story of the prodigal son. A son demanded his inheritance, left home, wasted everything. But when he came to his senses, he said, "I'll go home. Maybe my father will make me a servant." But the father didn't scold him, he didn't shame him. He ran to him, threw his arms around him, kissed him, and shouted, "Bring the robe, bring the ring, my son is home." That's salvation. That's the heart of God. Not just forgiveness, but restoration, not just escape from hell, but reunion with the Father. And this is what eternity is for the believer. Not just golden streets and harps and choirs, it is to be with God, to know Him, to walk with Him again, like in the garden. But this time, never to fall, never to be separated, never to doubt His love. Salvation is the path back to relationship, the path back to family, the path back to the Father's house. And that door is still open, through Christ, by grace, for you.